With the New Kids on the Block, we literally had dozens of teenagers waiting on our block here in Manhattan. Teenagers still crowd around him, but Donnie's life has changed dramatically, and he's going to be here in this half hour to tell it why.
And atonement, when Good Morning America continues.
8 minutes now after the hour, an incident you've read a lot about, New Kids on the Block. The New Kids on the Block may no longer be the New Kids on the pop charts, but they are still among the hottest pop music sensations. Recently, however, as you've read, things did get hot for one of the group's members, Donnie Wahlberg, when he was charged with arson after allegedly setting a fire in a Louisville, Kentucky hotel. In a pretrial hearing, Wahlberg agreed to make a series of public service announcements in exchange for facing a charge of criminal mischief. Donnie Wahlberg is joining us now from Boston. Good to have you with us. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you.
I have read a lot about this in the court appearance the other day. Even the judge said that it was kind of confusing. What did you do in that Louisville hotel?
Well, what took place, which is why really this thing is, you know, when you say you've read a lot about it, which is kind of disturbing that anyone has read a lot about it, is I was arrested for first-degree arson, which is intentionally trying to set fire to a building which has people in it. Now, the only thing I did do in the hotel was shoot a fire extinguisher off as sort of a prank. Now, the smoke from the fire extinguisher caused people to think that there was a fire in the hotel or something, and everything just got out of hand after that. But that's the only thing that took place, was a fire extinguisher going off.
Now, so the business about the spreading vodka on the carpet floor?
No, not at all. No vodka, no lighter, no match. You know, the adjectives that have been used in the news and stuff has been after the blaze or the fire. There was no fire at all. There was not even a spark or anything, nothing.
Well, I did hear, the vodka business I only read about, so you dismissed that. But I did hear somebody on television say that there had been a patch of carpet outside a couple of rooms that did burn.
No. There was no carpet. There was no carpet burned. There was no carpet burned. I can't see why anyone would drop a first-degree arson charge if there was a really serious chance of anyone in the hotel being, you know, hurt or the hotel being burnt. If there was any evidence of first-degree arson, you know, I'm sure the issue would have been pushed to have me dealt with, you know, as a criminal.
Then why'd you agree to a lesser charge? Why didn't you fight it, go through trial?
Well, I think the lesser charge was a misdemeanor of criminal mischief, which is for shooting off the fire extinguisher, which, as I said in the courtroom, I'm ready to take responsibility for my actions, which I always have done throughout my career and throughout my life. So the charge of criminal mischief is for shooting off the fire extinguisher. So I was willing to deal with that. And, you know, why go to a trial over shooting off a fire extinguisher and have my family exploited and have myself exploited all over the news again? I think that's unnecessary.
Whose idea, Donnie, was the public service announcements?
It was both, because, you know, as you know, the New Kids on the Block have done many public service announcements before, so it was kind of, you know, both the idea.
When you do public service announcements, though, urging fire safety, which I gather some of these will involve that.
Yeah.
Does that not, do you worry, carry something of an implication? People look at that and say, well, that's why he's doing that.
Well, people shouldn't have an implication, because, you know, in this country, you're supposed to be innocent until proven guilty. Now, everyone's going to say, well, it's so ironic, you know, it's so funny, Donnie's doing a fire safety commercial after he committed arson. I did not commit arson, and I am very much in favor of doing an anti-fire spot. I've done them before in my career. I did not commit arson, so I have no problems in doing a fire safety commercial, because, you know, I believe in fire safety.
There was such a hubbub over all of this. You were surrounded by reporters. They were all over the place. Do you get the feeling that you guys can't go anywhere anymore without attracting this kind of attention?
I get the feeling that really that people in this country just really have their priorities a little bit confused, including ourselves, because, you know, why, when the war has ended and now the biggest story in the news is Donnie Wahlberg arrested for arson? I think that's ridiculous. You know, I was on the headlines of papers all around the world, and the main story, you know, you have people being killed in Russia, you know, and the situation in Iraq isn't getting any better, and I'm the main story on the news. I think the hubbub is much too big. It's much too big.
The matter is settled as far as the courts are concerned, and I hope it's settled as far as most people's minds are concerned. Donnie, I appreciate you coming here to talk about it.
Thank you very much, Charlie.
Thank you. Best of luck to you. Come back and see us soon.
Okay.
It is 18 minutes.